It now says it will use its nuclear weapons in a merciless offensive if provoked. Strong words from North Korea, which is very good at the words that are strong. In this latest chapter of a high-stakes standoff with the rest of the world, the fiery rhetoric also appears to be the first time that the secretive regime has scheduled its nukes and suggested that they could be used offensively. Up until now, North Korea said its weapons were purely for defensive measures. There's also a report out of Russia that the communist country may be preparing for a fresh round of missile tests. You'll recall new satellite photos seem to indicate to the experts that North Korea has finished building a sophisticated launch pad. With us now from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, North Korean expert, nuclear expert Jim Walsh. He's been to North Korea, knows what it's like to deal with that rogue government. Sir, good to see you.
Good to see you, Shep.
I've seen you. I know you have. You've seen this movie 1,000 times. I've seen it at least 100. The North does the same thing over and over. Would you like to hear from my crystal ball? Al Gore or somebody will go over there. We'll get the people released. They'll calm down. There'll be talks and everything goes on. Blah, 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 blah. Right?
I hope so.
That's I do too.
Unfortunately, that's the good scenario. I think it is certainly possible Bill Richardson or Al Gore could travel over and successfully bring back those reporters. But while we've seen this movie before, there is something different about this. And what is different is the fact that North Korea is undergoing a change in leadership.
Right.
Kim Jong-il is trying to quickly patch together a line of succession so his son can take over. So that is a wild card in all this that may mean things play out a little differently than we've seen in the past.
You mentioned the New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson. He has said in recent days that these journalists were sentenced to 12 years, Una Lee and son, that they were sentenced to 12 years is a great thing because now the process can go on and we'll get them out of there.
Well, I think what he's trying to say is the North Koreans could have done anything they wanted to do. They could have charged them with espionage. They could have given them a life sentence. They could have, said that they were guilty of spying and tried to execute them. I don't think that's what they would have done, but they could have done that.
That would have been
so
dumb.
the fact that the fact that it's 12 years, that it's not espionage, means there's more wiggle room in trying to work out something that we're able to bring them back. So in that sense, it's positive.
North Korea seems to have the whole world by the tail, don't they?
Yes and no. I mean, everyone is perplexed what to do here. I think this is driven less by what we're saying or doing and more about what's happening internally. And until that stuff settles out, I don't think there's a heck of a lot anyone can do about it.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. We shall see. Jim Walsh, great to see you. Thanks, Jim.